Welcome, gamers, to a really cool little game, the Fertile Crescent. Now, this is a real-time strategy game, and it doesn't have an active pause, so just be aware of that. I actually really don't like games that don't have an active pause, but I quite like what this game does, even without the active pause. I wish it did have the active pause, if I'm perfectly honest. So once I get started, I'm going to have to just sort of show what the game does, and we'll just go from there. Let me just go through. The game is really built for multiplayer, I believe, sort of because it doesn't have the active pause. It's a very simple game to get into. It's sort of like an Age of Empires style game, but even simpler than that, to be honest, to a large degree. But it's very, very well done. I quite like the progression system in the game, and also the sorts of things that you do have to focus on. Works very well as a single player game. Again, just wish it had the active pause. Micro Pros, if you're listening, we need active pause in these sorts of games. So they must have it, not just an escape where everything closes down so you can't see what you're doing. I sort of rely on that so much for games to be able to then, it's particularly when I'm talking about games, is to be able to pause and show what's going on. But I'll still give it a go, see how we go. Things to look at. So we do have multiplayer in through this other side. You've got different settings. The settings, there's not that much in through here, which is just gameplay as well. It's a very, very comfortable game to play in the sense of just the overall aesthetic, audio as well. There's not a real lot in there. Hotkeys. You can see you've got like a fair few different sorts of hotkeys as to what to do. Again, you don't really need it, from what I can sort of gather. I've been playing a little bit. I've been enjoying the game. Don't love it, but I do enjoy it. Again, I would think I'd enjoy it a lot more if they did have an active pause. Hint, hint, hint. Hint, hint, hint there, Micropros. Active pause is what we need. Actually, the developers are Queensland based, which is where I'm from as well. So not that has any bearing on how I think about games, but anyway, that's just a nice little aside there as well. Don't see very many games coming from Queensland, or I don't anyway, not strategy games. So we'll go into single player. A few different ways of playing the game. So this is actually pretty cool. So you've got sandboxing through here. So take your time to explore the game mechanics and build a city worthy of admiration. So there's no enemies in this particular style. So this is much more just like a city builder in this sort of case, which is fine if you're wanting that one. Hordes is where you actually sort of play against like a progression of different hordes that will then attack you. And in this case, what actually ends up happening is they'll start from different areas around the map randomly. I think there's about 8 different hordes that will then sort of come and attack you. If you survive all 8, then you win the game at that point in time. I don't think I'll bother showing that one, but that's essentially what does happen. Skirmish is actually where you play against computer opponents on a randomly generated map. Everything is randomly generated from what I can sort of see again, which I quite like. Very simple maps though. And then the campaign, and I did sort of start to play this one. I've played the first 2. Rise of the Warriors. It's just sort of, and this is actually quite a nice little way of progressing you through the game. I would highly, highly recommend, if you do get the game, that you do start off at least doing the first few, just to get a feel for how the game does play out. And these are very, very short. These first ones, they're almost just like tutorials with the campaign. And I guess we've got sort of like a major campaign down through here where it finally ends up with a progression system. But let's just go back out. We'll play Skirmish. So you've got map sizes, just small and large. You've got different styles of map types. So you've got sort of like the lowlands, which is sort of like just a fairly nice mix of different things. You've then got a Tigris Delta in through here, which has got like a lot more wetlands, and the wetlands are very important for your growth in the game. The Zagros Mountains back in through here, so more mountainous terrain, and then you've got more desert terrain back in through this other side. So you can actually you need at least 2 teams to play on this one through here. So if we just go and actually open up another slot, we can go and then choose how we're going to then play it. I don't know if we go with another open slot. No, that's not going to do it. So I'll just go beginner mode, just so I can actually talk about what's going on in the actual game itself. So we've got a beginner computer player in through there. They're going to be the team, so you can actually play a teams game as well, which I really quite like. I like the idea of being able to do that. And because quite often when you play a teams game, it's also a good way to see what an AI player will do on your side. So you can sort of see and think, okay, I should be building this or that, or, progress-wise, they're ahead of me in a certain aspect. Let's just go and start the game. And so we're in now. The one it's pointing to in here is our actual main settler, and through this other side, and we have to then sort of set off our village centre at that point. Now I'm going to put it close to everything that's back up this way. So we're just going to go back into here. The water is very, very important. That will then come back in. I'm just going to go and right. I can actually just drag all of these, or I can go and choose all the idle settlers, and I'll just get them building that particular location. We do have a scout as well, and so I'm just going to go and move the scout out and around, and we'll just sort of have a bit of a look to see what there is around the actual map itself. So I'll just keep on I'm just shift right clicking to give movement orders. So we'll sort of we'll just try to sort of get him across the whole map as he sort of does different things while the rest of the tribe does their bits and pieces. Then we should find them about there. So I'll just move that one back across. I don't think we start off at war with anyone. It's just the arrow keys you need to use in through this other side. Food is everything in this game. So they've actually now just going off and grabbing food. The map, we don't have to build settlers. All we can do is that we can actually pause the settlement down if we want to sort of pause what's going on here. A few things we are going to need. I'll just wait till we get one more. They're just getting berries, which will then sort of give me a kind of, this is where I could actually just pause. I think I'll just talk about it, and then that I won't sort of play for a little while. But you'll see that these guys are going off and collecting food. The food rate, like we're down to, as we get more and more people, we then need to do more things to try to get more food. So the rate is going down. It's gone up a little bit there with the rate that's coming in, and we can sort of see there are a number of villagers collecting food. And so this then goes up. As we go through the food collection, that then gives us our technology. So that will then sort of start to come in. I think we need about 2 technology before we can sort of do anything else there. We now have a lack of housing, which has now stopped us from getting any more settlers. So I'm going to go back across to my civilian buildings, go to the dwelling. This is going to cost me 30 rock, 30 clay and 10 wood. So I'm just going to go and build a settlement there. I've got another one in through that side. I'm going to now go and build another one. The first one I'm going to be needing is a clay pit. I'm just going to build that over there. And so that they're now building this next dwelling. And so we'll end up picking up, we've got some wood being chopped, we've got food still being collected back in through here, but it's not going to be sustainable for very long. So they're both now working on the clay pit. We've got 2 collecting things out through there, and we've got up to 16 settlers now that can sort of then come back through. Our guy is still walking around looking at different things, so he's just going off and doing his bits and pieces, which is fine. They're just all coming back in. There's another settler there. So whenever I want to pick up all of the settlers that aren't doing anything, now they've just all run out of food. I'm just going to go and tell them to go and pick up the food from back out that way. Come on, guys. Get your act together. I'm going to go and grab 1 or 2 of these, though, and we're going to start to build farms. So farms can be built in they're better off in the wetland. You can see that they become less effective when they're further away. So I should be able to get 2 farms in here. So there's another person. And you'll notice that our food, we're still going at 2, which is good. It's funny, I can't actually settle in there. I can't build it there. I can build another one back over here. I need to get rid of more of the wood from in around this particular zone. Let's just go that way. This means that there's a settler on that farm. And we'll just keep on chopping the wood down in here. I'll get this one to also then chop that wood. So we've now got 4 picking up the wood. This one is now sort of going through into the clay pit. That will actually run itself dry at some point. It's a fairly simple little game, the way it sort of does play out. Now that's actually, we've got metal there, which will sort of be more high level. You'll notice that we're now up to 3 with our technology. Let's have a quick look at that one through there. Even when I click on this, the game is still playing. I just cannot pause it, damn it, which makes it very hard for me to actually present this game. So we have different things we can then go and do. We've got things, for example, like improved woodworking, improved mining, masons, farming, or potter's wheel. So we can actually, I'm just going to go into the farming speed for now. So we'll just go that way. And so our progress, we need to get 3 village technologies before we can then progress up into here. So we'll go that way. Our scout is still sort of scouting things out. There are all these other little areas on the map that we can then try to go and take. That's a temple. What's this one through here? That's a settlement. So we can go and try to build an outpost, which is this one through here. So I'm going to go and build the outpost there to go and claim the settlement. The other guys are now moving a fair way away from where we are. I'll just go and bring this one back, and what we'll do is we'll go and build a granary just to go and pick up some of the oh well, actually we don't even really need that there. We've only got the one. That's it. We've actually stripped that one bare. We do have some more berries way down the other side there. Now I can stop. I'm going to stop the number of people coming in because I've sort of got getting too many, and we are going to run into troubles if we don't clear things out. I should be able to now build another farm in there now. So let's just go into farming. Yeah, I can build the second one there. The farms don't take anywhere near as many people. Here comes our scout again. Actually, no, that's the red scout. So that's the sort of going to be the enemy. They're not an enemy just yet. We're still going at a good rate, which is actually then picking up everything else we need to do in through here. I'll get the wood chopping. I can also then go into militia. We have all sorts of other military type things in through here. I might grab the militia at this point in time. And what this will then do is anything that comes in that's an enemy, like that other guy, our guys, when they're within range of our like settlements and things, they will then just automatically be able to attack. Now, we do actually now have this settlement in through here, which gives me plus 10% there. I don't know if I can actually do anything with that. I'm not sure what the settlements do, to be honest. I haven't ever got one of these before. Now, everyone has got nothing else to do. Our food is going to start to dwindle away fairly quickly. We've got 148. You can see it's going backwards. Now, we do have one there. Yeah, still not enough to pick up anything else just yet. Let's just go back across, grab everyone else in through this other side. And what else should we do? Well, I think we'll just go and just get more and more trees so we can actually build more farms. The farms are going to be important. Okay, so this one, by default, we've got everyone just sort of set to defensive. I can have them aggressive, so they'll chase units down, but let's not bother with that. Okay, what else is there to show? Okay, so well, I'll just wait until we get up a bit further. We're sort of thumping along here, which isn't too bad. Just wait until we get a few of these. I'll just get rid of these trees as well. That should then allow me to go and get one more farm, I'm hoping. Yep, that's good. So we're about at the right limits for our actual force. And you can see there we're getting extra farming bonuses because of the technology that we did pick up. What I'm going to do is we can now almost get the third one. So I could get... no, I can't. Yes, I can get improved mining or masons. I think I'll wait until I can get these elite axemen. Let's just wait until we get that one. Then I can sort of show more the military side of things.
What?
Who's not working? That one there.
None.
Oh, hang on. We need somebody to go and deal with that. And if I've got to then work, like there's a lot of wood in here, for example, and we've got heaps of wood at this point in time. So it's not really where I want things to be. But if we just go back across, we'll now just open up the military buildings. Oh, that one's now working on that particular plot. So I can build a few different other things. Like, for example, this is just a resource camp, which I can sort of build in nice and close to where there's resources if we have to move further away from our location. Let's go and build one out that way. So we're going to need more farmland. Food is really the driving, like it drives everything. So if I can now get the third one, let's go and grab this one here, which then opens up the civilization groups. And this is actually really interesting. What this one does is it allows you to specialize in different areas. So click to open the civilizations information panel and read more about the Assyrians. So I can go and click on that one. Game is still playing underneath though, I think. And so we actually have the different abilities of what they then have. Unique units, for example. So this is actually, it's this progression system that allows us then to start to play deeper into the actual game itself, like unique war chariots. Actually, this one's got a bow. What's that one got? Javelin. The Assyrians are, they also have a unique war chariot there with a bow. These are much more military focused. So I think I'm just going to go and click on the Assyrians. So let's just go that way. And we then get like a bit of a unique tech tree down in here as well. So we can just keep on sort of building up our tech tree. It's a very nicely, like it's a very simple game, but it does a good job of showing different things, I guess. Now, military areas. Let's just wait until we get somebody else coming back in. So I'll just wait until we get this one here. Then we'll start to talk about the military side of things. So I'm going to now go and build a barracks back over this other side. So we'll go and build that. And I'll get this one to help as well. So yeah, they're carrying spears, and some of them will be carrying bows as they move around, because of the militia force that we actually did set up before. So they'll come in this way. Our food is still dwindling away a little bit, so I need to get more food. I'll get this guy here to build another farm ultimately. Not quite as good as other locations. We can build up into there, which would then sort of work fairly well, I think. Let's go and build another one. So we get all these farms built. This will run out fairly soon, and we'll just need to then go and build another one of these pits, these clay pits. But we've got enough bricks at this point in time for what we need to do. So we now actually have, this one is now being built down through here. Let's just go and build another military building, an archery range. And so what we can do here is to start to build. We've got light axemen, but we can get, ultimately we can then start to, actually we've got the elite light axemen there, so we can actually go further up. But this one's going to require, if we have a bit of a look and see what's going on with this one, if I try to click on these heavy axemen or anything like that, it'll tell me that I need a special building. So I need to have a palace to be able to then go and do that one. So I'm going to go and build a palace now as well. So I'll just go back across, grab one of these guys. In fact, I'll just get both of those. And so they can then go and build we've got a watchtower, gate, the wall. Actually, might be in the other one. Might be this one here. There we go. Palace unlocks advanced military units. So I'm just going to push this one up a little bit, maybe up into this sort of area. And we can ultimately then build walls around what we've done. We can build watchtowers with archers in them, things like this, in case the others sort of start to become a little bit more aggressive. We can also get and do hunting for food if we need to. Still going along at a nice rate. This knowledge generation is good. I won't play for too long, but I just wanted to sort of show the game with what it actually does do. Maybe I should actually show a little bit of what's going on with the military. Let's go and create a small raiding force, and then go and raid the other group. So we're full with our dwellings as well. So I'll just go back into here, just go and grab another couple of dwellings. There's nobody that's not working on something. Now at the moment we can only get the basic slingers at this stage as well. Now we can get up to 5 now, so we can start to now pick up other things. We've got elite archers, elite heavy axemen. Let's go this way. Oh, here we go. Perfect timing. So we've actually now got these guys have come through. Let's just go and attack these. We're going to lose some units. Let's go and let them start to build up again. I can go and get everyone and just sort of come and help. Spearmen, heavy axemen. I'll just get a few of those queued up. And then we've got the archers. So we've now sort of just dealt with them, which is nice and simple. We're going to be using up food for building these different things. We're just going to, oh, this is the other thing. If I then go and grab everyone that wasn't working, I can then just say, go back to whatever you were doing last time. So they'll just go back to whatever their resource collection was. We've got a few here now that are new. Let's just keep them chopping down wood at this stage. We're starting to now get high-level forces. So they're now building these different guys. And so they've got different abilities. You can see down through there again, a fair bit of detail as to what they get up to. But I think we'll just go the heavy axeman. So we'll sort of end up with more of these coming through. Now we've run out of, we need to get more dwellings. I'll just go and stop this one. And just go and build more dwellings. So the enemy did actually do a little raid, and then we'll just rule raid with our force in here. We'll raid back and see if we can actually do anything. Okay, let's go and grab everyone else again. Get another dwelling. Oh, see how the food is running out? We're now in trouble. Let's just, this is going to cost us the game, but let's go and send these guys out to attack this location. Yep. We need to get much more food. We'll just go and grab another one of these. Farming, more farming. That's the only thing that's going to save us here. Otherwise, we're going to starve. This ends up costing us a lot. I'll just get what I can. That has now dwindled away, so we need to also get somebody else to work on those. So we'll just go back across here and pick up the clay pit. So we'll go and build another clay pit there. And these just don't have the food to be able to then go and build the other groups. It does actually, it requires food to build these, so we need to get even more mining, even more farming, sorry. People are starving. This is going to now cause issues for us. How are we going? Where are they? Oh, they're down here. That is the location that we have to get to. Interesting. Just see how we go. They've got an outpost there, for example. We're under attack somewhere. Just kill that one off. So they've got people in the tower. Got slingers. So they've got very basic units. We don't have very many of our more powerful units. So we're now losing this one in through here. But you get the idea anyway of the game. It's sort of it's a nice solid little city builder, but also like a little bit of an Age of Empires style game as well, which is quite nice. It's quite nice the way it sort of does work. So we're under attack again with our units. So our units did get killed off in the bottom corner there. Anyway, look, I won't keep on playing, but that's I just wanted to show this game because it's I think a lot of you will actually enjoy it. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Please like and subscribe if you like this sort of content.